this specific type of monkey, which I believe is called a mycock.
Not what you said.
You sure we're running the story this way? I don't... Alright, fine. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Internet Rewind News. In tonight's first story, the first family of Amazon are splitting up. Jeff and Mackenzie Bezos are divorcing. And I gotta say, you can really feel the love in these emotional tweets. It seems pretty touching, emotional, and well thought out, which is kinda odd compared to Mackenzie's. Grateful to have finished the process of dissolving my marriage with Jeff with support from each other and everyone who reached out to us in kindness, and looking forward to the next phase as co-parents and friends. Happy to be giving him all of my interests in the Washington Post and Blue Origin and 75% of our Amazon stock, plus voting control of my shares to support his continued contributions with the team. I can't do it anymore. It was going pretty well for a minute there, and then all of a sudden it started sounding all robotic, almost like Skynet took over and wrote it for her. It's a little weird seeing that this Twitter account seems to have been created just to post this image, but at the same time, I mean, if she's not going to retire early, she might need it for business purposes or something eventually. And besides, the good news is, she doesn't have any old edgy tweets that could get her canceled. But even if she did, I mean, she'd probably be fine, because Mackenzie Bezos is back on the market. Hey Tom, can you double check this? Because that number, it's right. It's accurate number. Okay. All those zeros. Okay. So the Bezos divorce is over, and after all said and done, Mackenzie's walking away with approximately $36 billion. And every guy's wallet just got rock hard. Whether she's looking for a new man or not, she's gonna find plenty, because they're gonna make themselves known to her for sure. She likes long walks on the beach, a glass of wine before bed, and emotionless robotic social media posts. Especially now that she's worth billions of dollars, you can bet every single prospector out there is gonna be looking for her so they can hopefully hit a vein. It's insane to think that now she has so much money just to herself that she could probably never spend it in her entire lifetime. There's just not enough shoes and purses in the world. I mean, I'm obviously kidding. She seems to be far more than a trophy wife. She sounds pretty involved in business, so with that kind of cash money, she can pretty much do anything she wants. She could buy companies, or she could buy an island and just import Russian mail-order husbands weekly. I do good girls like bad guys. Chris from Prank Invasion was previously known for his oddly sexual kissing videos with random strangers and pregnant women, and on special holidays that no one else seems to have ever heard of.
I'm here at Venice Beach, and it's mommy makeout day.
What?
Personally, I think from now on he should be known as Pornhub Chris, because he's basically making softcore incest porn. Wait, are step-siblings still incest? It seems like his big influence right now is porn, which has lately had a really weird obsession with step-family members. Personally, I can't wait to see his next video when he hides some digits in his mom. So the Delhi High Court of India seemed to be pressuring YouTube to take down all of PewDiePie's diss tracks against T-Series because they feel that it is defamatory and derogatory. Which is definitely a little odd, because in the second diss track, congratulations, they point out that their statements don't fall under the definition of defamation.
Let me educate you, silly. That's not defamation.
But, you know, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe India has different laws on what defamation is, and that's why PewDiePie and Dave from Boy in a Band didn't notice, maybe, that there was a legal issue there. I don't know. I do find this just a little bit odd, though, that they're doing this now, you know, about a week and a half after he released his second diss track, because conveniently, or coincidentally, in that second diss track, PewDiePie happens to talk about a bunch of the controversial past of T-Series, connections to the mob,
I'm certain that you haven't had collusions with the mafia,
history of pirating music,
starting your business by selling pirated songs,
and the cease and desist letter that they apparently sent him because of the Sub to PewDiePie campaign.
What is this? T-Series saying cease and desist.
I mean, a cease and desist didn't work for Just Destiny. Why would it work here? Wait a minute. Actually, now I think about it, did they get the idea to use a cease and desist from Just Destiny? So I copyright struck the video, sent a cease and desist, and threatened to sue Lieutenant Cobra. Subscribe to T-Series. Well, anyway, in both diss tracks, he does use insults jokingly, like, for example, saying that the Indian language sounds like mumble rap, which is a really popular type of music right now, so I don't think there should really be so much of an insult as more of a compliment. So I guess the way I see it, the problem comes down to a clashing of culture. You have the Western culture, which has a much more no harm, no foul mentality. Clearly they don't see things the same way over there because they want the videos deleted and entirely removed from the platform forever. Now, given that they wanted them entirely removed from the platform permanently, only time will tell if they'll be okay with them just being blocked within India. But given that he was kind of exposing them on things in that diss track, I do believe that at some level this could be considered an attempt to deplatform PewDiePie. But also, yes, I mostly said that so that I could put it in the title. And also because I thought it was ironic that the same week that happened, he gets sponsored by a platform to come be on the platform.
Yeah, you did it. Very nice.
PewDiePie has announced a deal with DLive to be an exclusive streamer on their platform. Part of the deal is promoting the site, and another part of the deal is doing a Mr. Beast style $50,000 giveaway to a bunch of streamers on April 14th. Now he's going to be doing this live, and the more people that they bring in with this promotion, the higher the amount of money he can give away is going to be. It was just $50,000, I guess, was the starting point, and the more people come in, the more the value goes up. There's a couple of reasons this situation is interesting. One of which is the fact that he's not even really known for live streaming. He had limited experience doing live streams when he had his little incident on the bridge, and since then he's kept it to a minimum. Now the second thing I think is so interesting about this is that he is the top individual creator on the platform by a huge margin. He has such a high subscriber count, and when he streams, I have no idea how many people he's pulling in live. But that's where he's got his subscribers at. If he goes to an entirely new platform, he could potentially be missing out on a lot of money from super chats and things like that, and his audience isn't over there. So he's got to direct them there, and usually it doesn't seem like a whole lot of people are willing to jump from one platform to another to follow a creator, so it almost doesn't seem like it makes any sense for him to go over there, right? Now that being said, PewDiePie does have a following unlike any that's ever existed before it, because of the circumstances, that his social media presence while being an online creator rather than being a mainstream creator, allowing a certain level of relatability and connection that doesn't necessarily exist between you and, you know, what's her name Kardashian that you're following this week. Because he has that kind of audience and at that ridiculous scale, it's entirely possible that a large number of people will follow him to this new platform, because if you've got 100 million subscribers and only, you know, a 10th leave to go to another platform, that's 10 million people. Now obviously I don't think that PewDiePie is going to drag 10 million people off of YouTube and Twitch, probably even combined. Now let's say hypothetically that when Pewds leaves, we'll say Jacksepticeye and a couple other people join him in moving to DLive, right? If the platform suddenly becomes massively successful and ends up being an actual competitor to Twitch, what does that say about the potential for the largest creators on the platform to leave and go to another platform for uploads? As we all know, YouTube kind of has a monopoly on what it does and how it does it. Imagine that the biggest YouTuber and some of his friends left YouTube and started uploading on BitChute or Vanillo. Imagine the amount of traffic that they would likely get, because those creators have a dedicated audience that will leave that platform to go to another platform. Pretty much everybody in this situation is going to benefit. YouTube isn't going to lose a whole lot because he barely streamed on YouTube. There may be a chance, just a small one, but it might be a chance that if this works, and this does make DLive a competitor to Twitch and YouTube, it may mean that a YouTube competitor just might be able to actually become a competitor if the right people left the platform and joined it, taking their audiences with them. But right now, that is just a far off hope. We'll have to wait and see how this all plays out in a few weeks, maybe even a few months, before the possibility of that really works itself out. Like I said, I look at this as being a test. We'll see in a few weeks what those test results are. A lot of it, in my opinion, will depend on two factors: how quickly DLive will grow and how well they will handle it. Anyway, that's all for the news. I have to go send Mackenzie Bezos an email on every single email platform I can think of until she gets back to me. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.